What happened? Hello, dear all. So, as it was asked that there should be one video in which I should tell the class 9 circles and the theorems related to it. So basically, I'm going to tell you the class 9th chapter, that is circle. So before we start the circle, it is very much necessary to understand what the circle is and what are the different parts of the circle. बेसिकली बच्चों को पता ही नहीं होता कि सर्कल में डिफरेंट पार्ट्स हैं, उनके नाम क्या होते हैं. तो बिफोर वी स्टार्ट द थ्योरम, लेट अस स्टार्ट द बेसिक्स कि व्हाट आर द सर्कल्स. थ्योरम्स आप तब समझ पाएंगे जब आपको सर्कल के बारे में हर चीज़ पता होगी, है ना. तो द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग वी आर जस्ट अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ सर्कल, एंड सर्कल के बाद हम उसको समझेंगे कि व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टर्मिनोलॉजी विच आर यूज्ड हियर. So here if you just see, this is the compass that you all use. You just see, you keep the compass fixed at one point and then you open the pencil and then start making a circle. So you just see throughout this making you are keeping the distance definite. So this is known as this portion is known as the center. तो ये वाला जो पोर्शन होता है, दिस इज नोन एज द सेंटर. यहाँ पर इन आई विल ट्राई टू टेल ऑल द बेसिक थिंग्स इन वन पार्ट, इन वन और टू सर्कल. तो यहाँ पे O इज अ सेंटर, राइट. नाउ O, from O, any point on this, if you just see, this is the circle, this is called circumference. जो ये पेंसिल से लेआउट बना हुआ है, it is known as the circumference. Now you just make a line segment which is distance between the center and this any point on this circumference. So it is known as the radius. So there are n number of radius, right? Now what you can see, if you make a line segment which is passing through the circle and touching the circle at 2 points like here and here, so it is known as the AB is known as the diameter. It is double of radius. Okay, it is double of radius. So you can write 2 into radius. So this is radius. Now on this circle, जैसे मैंने कोई भी एक circle लिया, suppose I have taken another one more circle, I am just taking to make it more clear. Now on this circle, if I am just taking 2 points, ठीक है, मैंने इस सर्कल के बाउंड्री पर 2 पॉइंट्स ले लिए, से ए बी. तो व्हाट हैपेंड कि दिस पार्ट इज द बिगर पार्ट, दिस पार्ट इज स्मॉलर पार्ट ऑफ द बाउंड्री. तो ये जो ये वाला पार्ट है इसको बोलेंगे आर्क, बट इट इज स्मॉल, सो इट विल बी नोन एज द माइनर आर्क. एंड दिस पोर्शन, दिस आउटर बाउंड्री ऑफ द सर्कल इज बिगर. जैसे चूड़ी टूट जाती है तो चूड़ी का टुकड़ा. So this will be known as the major arc, right? Now what happened, if you just see inside this circle, this is some portion of the page which is covered. This is known as the area. Okay, so this is the area covered by the circle boundary. Now suppose if you join these 2 points by a line segment, so what will happen, this area will be divided into 2 parts. ये area जो है वो 2 parts में divide हो गया. तो this portion where the major portion of the area is there, it is known as the major segment. जहाँ पर भी आपको ना समझ में आए, you can ask. And this portion will be known as the minor segment. आई होप दिस डेफिनेशन इज क्लियर. मतलब सेगमेंट क्या है? सेगमेंट इज द एरिया ऑफ द सर्कल विच इज डिवाइडेड बाय अ कॉर्ड. ये जो लाइन सेगमेंट है विच इज टचिंग द टू एंड्स ऑन द सर्कल्स बाउंड्री, it is known as the chord. If you just see, diameter is the biggest chord. Okay, it is known as the biggest chord क्योंकि diameter divides the circle into two equal parts. तो जब diameter two equal parts में divide करता है तो this portion is known as the semicircle. राइट? अब बस इसमें मुझे दो डेफिनेशंस और आपको फटाफट से बतानी है. दैट इज, वन इज सेगमेंट, वन इज टेंजेंट. So suppose this is one more circle I have taken. Again, this is the center, right? Now I have made two radii. One radii is, say, OB, and another radii is, say, OD. Now these two radii are dividing the whole circle area two parts. So this is the portion which is covered between the two radii, and this is also the portion which is covered into two radii. Okay, so this is the smaller part. It is just looking like the cake piece or pizza piece. So it is known as a sector. Sector क्या हो गया आपका? Portion or area of a circle between the two radii. Okay, and this is as this is the smaller part, so it will be known as the minor segment, and this will be known as the major this is known as the minor sector, and it is known as the major sector. So this is called the sector. Up suppose if I take one line which is touching the circle at the one point and passing through the it is not passing through, ये एक पॉइंट पे सर्कल को टच करती इस पॉइंट पे, तो दिस लाइन विल बी नोन एज टेंजेंट. क्या बोलेंगे इसको हम? टेंजेंट. और सपोज मैंने एक लाइन ली विच इज पासिंग थ्रू द सर्कल, थ्रू मतलब इससे पार जा रही है, सो दिस इज, एंड इट इज टचिंग एट टू पॉइंट्स, लेट्स से दिस इज पी एंड क्यू, तो इसको कहेंगे सीकेंट. तो it was basically all about the basic terminology of the circle, जिसमें आपको पता होना चाहिए कि सेंटर, रेडियाई, कॉर्ड, डायमीटर, सेमी सर्कल, सेक्टर और सेगमेंट, आर्क, ये सब क्या होते हैं. तो इफ़ यू आर acquainted with all this, you will be able to understand each and every word properly in the question, right? So now we are moving to the proof of the theorems. तो ये बेसिक टर्मिनोलॉजी करने के बाद वी आर मूविंग टू द प्रूफ्स ऑफ द थ्योरम. ओके, सो द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग द क्वेश्चन सेज, द थ्योरम सेज, दिस इज द फर्स्ट थ्योरम, राइट? तो इन दिस थ्योरम यू जस्ट रीड दिस थ्योरम. Angle subtended by any arc at the center is double than the angle subtended at any other point of the circle, right? तो देखो, the very first thing, I made a circle. On this circle I took the 2 points A and B. So this is a arc AB. Now I took scale and connected O and A and O and B. I got a circle, I got an angle AOB. तो AOB क्या है? AOB जो है, AOB जो है, that is the center angle made at center. Angle made at center. ये है आपका AOB, right? If you find that my video is useful for you, please don't like, share and subscribe my channel. So this is AOB. It is the angle made by arc at center, right? The same somewhere on the circle I took another point, that is D. To connect this arc A with D and B, right? So one more angle I made, that is angle ADB. तो angle ADB क्या है? Angle ADB is angle made by the same arc which is making angle at O. सेंटर पे जो बना रहा है उसी ने अगले पॉइंट पे भी एक एंगल बनाया हुआ है, तो दैट इज ADB. हमको क्या प्रूफ करना है अकॉर्डिंग टू द थ्योरम दैट एंगल ए ओ बी इज डबल ऑफ एंगल ए डी बी. ये हमें प्रूफ करना है. इसे प्रूफ कैसे करेंगे दैट वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड. द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग, connect this D with O. So at first we will get one triangle that is AOD, right? Acha. Now from the center, in this angle AOB, divide it into two parts. So we have made one line segment that is OE, which is dividing this angle AOB into two parts, which is AOE and BOE, right? अब सबसे पहले हम ट्रायंगल लेते हैं AOD. Now if you see in triangle AOD, this OA, this OA and this OD, they both are equal because they are the radii. ठीक है, तो angle opposite to them will also be equal. So let's say OAD and ODA is equals to x, right? Up, if I just see, you just see this triangle. So for this triangle, this angle AOE is the exterior angle. So we know the exterior angle sum property. This AOE will be equal to the sum of opposite interior angle. This is adjacent और ये दोनों angles कैसे हैं? Opposite interior angle. So this AOE, which is exterior angle, will be equal to the sum of angle OAD and ODA. So that is x plus x, it will come 2x, right? Up, same process we are going to apply for the another triangle, that is triangle BOD. So triangle BOD may be what is happening? OD and OB are the radii. Okay. So as OB and OD are the radii, so angle opposite to them will be equal. तो ये y और ये y कैसा होगा? Equal होगा. So angle OBD equal to ODB equals to y we have let. Now for this triangle BOE is the exterior angle, right? So angle BOE equals to y plus y by exterior angle sum property. So angle BOE we will get 2y. Up, we need to find out this angle AOB. So angle AOB will be the sum of angle AOE and BOE. So we will write that angle AOE plus BOE. तो AOE की वैल्यू है 2x while BOE की वैल्यू है 2y. दोनों को हमने ऐड कर दिया. When we added both of them, the 2 is common in both. So we got 2 outside and inside the bracket we got x plus y. Now what does this x plus y is representing? If we see in this figure, so x plus y is representing the angle ADB. So what we will do? In place of x plus y, we will write angle ADB. So angle AOB equals to twice of angle ADB. So in this way, we have proved that angle made by any arc at the center is double by the angle made by the same arc at any other point. तो ये आपका proof हो गया. So I hope this is clear to everyone. If any doubt is there, you can ask. अभी हम आते हैं next theorem में. Now you just see in the next theorem what is happening. The theorem 2 says angle made by semicircle. Semicircle कब बनेगा? When you connect one of the diameter at any point of a circle is 90 degree. ठीक है? तो at first we are having this circle, right? This is the center of the circle. Okay. The second theorem says angle made by semicircle at any point of the circle is 90 degree. So at first we are going to connect this diameter. So say we have connected the diameter which is AB, right? Now this diameter is dividing the circle into two equal parts. So this part is one semicircle, this part is one semicircle. तो अब इस semicircle में just take one point anywhere. Say this is the point that we have taken. Now connect it with A and connect it with B. Now what is the arc here? That is arc is AB. So AB is making one angle at the center AOB and AB is making one angle at point D ADB. Right? So we are just going to write it down. Arc AB is making an angle at center O. तो क्या है वो? एंगल AOB. अब एंगल AOB की if you see the value, तो एंगल AOB is a straight line, so its value is 180 degree. ये इतना हो गया. Now arc AB is making another angle at any other point, that is ADB. So according to the theorem, angle AOB is twice of angle ADB. तो यहाँ पर AOB की वैल्यू है 180 डिग्री इक्वल्स टू ट्वाइस ऑफ एंगल ADB. तो एंगल ADB you will get 180 degree divided by 2, that is 90 degree. So what we have proved, that angle made by semicircle at any point is 90 degree. So ADB equals to 90 degree, which says angle made at any point by semicircle is 90 degree. और इसी को बोल सकते हैं it is a right angle. तो इस तरीके से you can prove the theorem. तो if you have any doubt in this theorem you can ask it, or if you have any doubt you can ask it. Just tell me if you are able to understand it clearly. Just send one message so that I will be able to understand. Okay. Okay, now for the further theorems, connect with the next live class.